I love, 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 love this option because it can be two things. It can be Apotheosis. It can be a lot of things. It can be Master of Strategy. It can be a lot of good things. It can be Sadistic Nature floor 0. And it can also be Hand of Greed floor 0. Two awesome, super fun cards. Let's click this button and see what we get. My god. It's a Sadistic Nature build. Oh, I love these types of runs. These are maybe my favorite kind of silent runs. Incredibly strong. You're like a bouncing flask away from winning the run. Like, it's really, really, really strong. Maybe the best part about it, it's free. It doesn't cost anything. Hey, Llama Train, thank you for hanging out. Catch you in the next one. Look at it go. So good. Just with Neutralize. Like, it works straight out of the gate. Costs 0. Works with Sucker Punch. Works with Envenom Blade Dance. God, do we do Sucker Punch here over Blade Dance? I think we do Sucker Punch over Blade Dance. This feels weird. This is just wrong. Poison Stab, another thing that goes with Sadistic Nature over Blade Dance number 2 in Cloak and Dagger. This has got to be wrong. Something's not right here. All right, we would have to do 18 damage to break through. We cannot quite do that. Now, the next tricky bit will be getting a copy of Acrobatics in here so we can actually draw Sadistic Nature faster. Of course, something card removes. Also very good. Liquid Bronze. There's Blade Dance number 3 next to an Accuracy. How ridiculous. What? Wow. So we could have had Blade Dance, Accuracy. Alright, we'll take Accuracy. The Face Trader. It's so early on. Shit. Alright, well, we got one of my least favorite. I don't like that event that much. I usually don't take the face. Maybe better to take the gold into this shop. Start each combat with 1 week. Actively terrible. Pick a little Deadly Poison, yes. And we'll start our Striker moves. Cool. Oh, things you hate to see. Ah, we whiffed on the Sadistic Nature. Dang. Now, we're certainly lacking a lot of card draw here for this fight, and we're getting 6 extra Dazed cards in before we shuffle the deck. It's close to the Nightmare scenario. Like, look at the Dazed cards. My goodness. Maybe Naloth will take it? That would be fantastic. Come on, video game. Let my beautiful Sadistic Nature run live. Please. Please. Good draws. 3 more days before the shuffle. Ugh. Okay. Hey, Eternal Feather, just in time. Jeez, that's like the 4th copy of Blade Dance we've seen? That's nutty. Like a little flying knee, I guess. Wow. Well, we have 3 potions. Thinking about Gremlin Knob, like, can we afford to upgrade Sadistic Nature, or do we just take the nap and try to get upgrades later? 18 HP? Yeah. Jerk. Alright, let's throw away Liquid Bronze, because I don't think it matters. Freaking Gremlin Visage. Yikes. Wow. Okay. All right. Well, we get a lantern, a little fire potion. Leg sweep is here. That pairs with our sadistic nature. Crippling Cloud is 2 hits of sadistic, but leg sweep too good here. And we do have 2 potions going into this combat on 8 HP. But I don't know. Sentries, we just die. I think Lagavulin, we maybe have a chance, but probably just don't do it. Oh, bag of marbles with our freaking Gremlin Visage. Come on. Oh, God. This is just as bad as the Elite Combat. All right. This sadistic nature. Blessing of the Forge, and there's the bouncing flask I was talking about with sadistic nature. Yeah, we'll take one of those. Trade 2 random cards and die. Cool. All right. So we are back at the upgrade screen. The thing about sadistic nature is it doesn't need to be upgraded, though it is exceptionally good as an upgrade. Let's do Bouncing Flask. I mean, Guardian is essentially solved as long as we don't brick on the block, which kind of comes down to card draw. Oh my God. 9 plus 4 is 13. Good. Cool. So, you know, the good with the bad, we are using a lot of potions to get through these combats, but with the potion, they're going really, really well. Oh yeah, you can totally, and if you click the button, you will actually die. There's no, I don't know, there's no trickery there. You're just done. Sadistic nature hanging out at the bottom of the deck a little too much. and 20 damage on top of that. That's what I'm talking about with the bouncing flask. So fun. I actually shouldn't have defended there. I didn't think we'd get to the breakpoint. Interesting. The same thing is true of the Wheel of Fortune event. You can totally lose your run on the Wheel of Fortune event. Cool. All in all, pretty clean. Adrenaline feels like pretty S tier pickup here for us. We'll go ahead and click that. Easy choices, honestly. These have been pretty smooth, pretty easy. This choice is different, though. Okay, so we could have had 4 copies of Blade Dance, Accuracy, and Wrist Blade by the end of Act 1. This seed is meant for a Shiv run. Minus maybe Gremlin Visage, but if we didn't do that, if we took the gold here into the shop, which was maybe correct, then we would have had Bag of Marbles with Lantern as well. Like, crazy good Shiv run. That's okay. I like our sadistic nature. Star versus Caller. So, yeah. I believe with Lake Sweep Bouncing Flask, we'll just do the Slaver's Collar. Black Star is... it's tempting. Let's just do Slaver's Collar. I believe there's enough situations where we want to Bouncing Flask and would otherwise be unable to do so, where we should take 4 energy in elite combats. Like, if we draw Leg Sweep, Bouncing Flask together, we want to be able to play them, and we have, like, 4 energy worth of stuff to do most of the time. I think the Adrenaline pickup very slightly puts us towards this direction, and the fact that we have Lantern, Ring of the Snake. But, remember, we have this stupid Gremlin Visage. What's Slaver's Collars do? It says, during boss and elite combats, gain 1 energy at the start of your turn. So it's an energy relic, but the problem with Slaver's Collar, it looks like it's just free. However, the difficulty spike in Spire from the end of Act 1 to the beginning of Act 2 is significant. So what this item really says, what this relic really says, is that I don't need any help going into Act 2 normal combats, which usually isn't true. You know, Black Star says something very similar. We get extra relics from elite combats, but that's saying that our normal combats and our elite combats are already solved. Done. No problem. So my argument is that we probably put 4 energy to use and we just kind of pray on the other floor fights. We'll see. I do think we still go for elite combats, but I feel much more comfortable with the 4 energy. I like an early shop considering how much money we have. Okay, well, maybe we go for this. I think that this causes us to lose more HP than I'm thinking right now. So it's like 3 combats. This is a hard pull fight into a shop. Then we're going here. So this combat could be super sketchy. It's an iPad. How much money do I generally want for an Act 2 shop? Yeah, that's... do anything. That's a good question. So I'm trying to think about how to best explain this. So Act 2 shops, we want to consider a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff, like too much, which is why it's taking me a while to like come up with an answer. There is no answer, to be quite honest. There's no like, oh, you want this much, of course. Nothing is quite that cut and dry in Spire. So generally speaking, you need to understand that the shop relics themselves, so this is your like your orange pellets or whatever, twisted funnel on the silent, I don't know, whatever you think your favorite shop relic is that you maybe want to buy. The abacus, right? Like we love the abacus around here. Those are typically like 160 to 180 gold. So if you want the ability to buy one of those, then that number should be somewhere in your mind, like that kind of like 175-ish number, right? If that's going to make or break your run. So if you're on the defect and orange pellets wins you the run because you have bias cog, you probably don't want to enter a shop because you might lose the orange pellets if you're at like 150 gold. Then you see orange pellets, then you're really sad, and so on. You can keep in mind your card removal cost. You can see mine in the bottom left-hand corner because I have a mod installed. Currently 100 gold. So if our only goal right now was to remove a card, then we want 100 gold, and that's fine. Now, of course, the cards themselves are whatever. You know, the rare colorless card is going to be 200. You somewhat rarely buy one of those. The common cards are, what, like 50 some or whatever. I usually try not to buy common cards unless it's going to win me the run or it's like the missing link to what I need. So, yeah, unfortunately, it's not like super easy cut and dry question. We are going to get roasted next turn. Might be skill potion. Yeah, that sucks. Oof. Good God. Okay. Well, it's bullet time. So bullet time allowed us to play all those cards, knock down the backbird to block for 15, and then we ended up only taking 1 damage, which obviously like a really good scenario for us, but oh shoot. Too busy talking. Okay, well I'm gonna take 2 damage here that we didn't need to. Classic me. Talking instead of paying attention. Look at the sadistic nature with bouncing flask. Like that alone has made this run totally worth it. We'll go against avocado mushroom. Yikes. Hey, Gathis. Oh my God. Is the deck that bad? I didn't think the deck was that bad. We're getting completely roasted here, though. Ouch. Oh my God, are we dead? We're dead. Wow, I can't believe we died here. Wow, I am really surprised by that. Wow. Wow, these last 2 runs have been totally brutal. Holy moly. Spire is being a little bit mean tonight. Wow. Wow. Okay. Wow. Okay. A little bit of an awakening, a rude awakening there for me. I have played a lot of Silent, and I don't think we should have died there. But that could just be problems with Slaver's Collar. Like, this is the inherent problem with Slaver's Collar that we talked about before we took it. We didn't have an option for 4 energy, And, you know, maybe even with a copy of Adrenaline, those combats weren't quite solved. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised. I'm really surprised we lost there, actually. Huh. Interesting. Wow. Okay. Well, it's too bad we didn't get to show off the sadistic nature run a little bit better. I think we could have, like, I've won a few runs with just sadistic nature plus. They're really, really fun, especially when we get this bouncing flask going. Like, I don't think we really got to see sadistic nature bouncing flask. We weren't pulling sadistic nature and then bouncing flask on turn 1 quite enough, in my opinion. Sadistic nature was hanging out at the bottom of the deck, like, a lot of the time. Not gonna blame it on that. I think we could have also done things like not take Flying Knee. I took Flying Knee to help beat... Like, where did we take that? I think I took it a little bit later than I would have otherwise. Yeah, no, not there. Where did I take it? Deadly Poison? Here. Oh, floor 6. Yeah, so we fought Sentries. I took a Flying Knee for Gremlin Knob. I do think we needed it. Yeah, a little bit rough. I'm kind of surprised. The sadistic nature was a pickup on floor 0. I'm going to run it back on the silent because I want to. Yeah, I thought that was going to be... I really thought we, like, won that run as soon as we got Bouncing Flask Plus and Sadistic Nature. Our damage was significantly higher than it looked, and we had Neutralize Plus and Like Sweep already for a block solution. So, I don't know. I feel a little weird about that one. Yeah, that same seed with the, like, 3 copies of Blade Dance Plus and Accuracy would have been super, super interesting. I kind of wish... I mean, we could just input the seed again, but I won't. Okay. Cool. Hey, Timnos. Yeah, we're coming off a bit of a rough losses, honestly. We had one run on the defect that I guess I just threw from not using a potion, and now that one, which I'm mildly frazzled by. And I don't use the word frazzled lightly. Let's take 15 damage to transform 2 cards. Yeah, that one's a puzzler for me. I don't know. Because our other block cards that we saw were Dodge and Roll, and Dodge and Roll did not keep us alive there. For sure. I would say one other thing was having to use Fire Potion and Cunning Potion in Act 1. So I used Fire Potion to deal with a large gray slime. Then I used Cunning Potion to block, like, gonna be like 26 damage or so from Guardian on turn 2. Well, anyway. So if we were carrying, like, one of those potions into Act 2, that could have also helped us out quite a lot. Save some life. Speaking of saving some life, let's trade away 15 HP to transform 2 cards. I personally prefer losing 6 max HP there, but that's okay. Our boss is Hexaghost. We could split the difference on Strike Defend. It's fine. Strike Defend going into Doppelganger and Noxious Fumes. Interesting. I love a little Noxious Fumes in my life, but Doppelganger is, well, it's not my favorite card. Well, Noxious Fumes Plus doesn't... Oh, God. Doesn't entirely defeat Hexaghost quite yet. Might be able to get there. Entropic Brew on floor 0 next to a Deadly Poison. Poison Gamers. I don't... Oh my God, upgrade 2 for 20 HP. I don't think we can do that. It's tempting. Honestly tempting. let's not. 20... The issue with Silent is she does not get back 20 HP very easily. I miss my sadistic nature run. I miss it. We'll take Quick Slash as an early game common attack just to help with elites and whatever this is. A bird thing. So far, those upgrades are looking not terrible. We'll take a little Cloak and Dagger. That's okay. Leave this... Like, the downside, though, is I think we're currently dying to Gremlin Knob outside of using our Entropic Brew that we have here. Cool. Good fight. Yeah, we totally could have traded away that HP. Got a Blanc Potion as well. There's a copy of Poison Stab to go with our Noxious Fumes. That's really not bad. All right, our first upgrade. Tough choices all around. I think that like Quick Slash is a nice upgrade because it says +4 damage. However, so does Cloak and Dagger. Deadly Poison's great for Lagavulin. Noxious Fumes, great for Lagavulin Sentries. Poison Stab is kind of a compromise. Nice upfront damage. It says attack on it for Gremlin Knob. Breaks Artifact, gets it in line. A little bit better than a Strike Plus. We'll start here. Even though long-term, certainly not our best upgrade, but in the short term, I think it is. Wow, we have 6 energy and like nothing to do here. This is a terrible open. Okay. Enter my dislike of Doppelganger, I guess. The one I wanted. All right, we might have to go through one more attack here. Yeah. So let's look for another block potion. It's not a block potion. Well, not terrible, but that was 2 potions used. We get a Strawberry for 7 max and current HP. There's Noxious Fumes number 2. That's excessive. It would be interesting to take 2 Noxious Fumes if the poison was successive. So if it like one hit, then the next hit, then the next hit, so you could break through multiple artifact, but that would probably be too strong. It would be too strong, not probably. It would be too strong. Burst with Regret right before the shop. Yeah, that's... yes. Yes. Get a boat thing for 10 block on turn 1. And Ninja Scroll is here. Oh boy. Let me remove Regret before I forget. I don't think we do too much at this shop, unfortunately. Kind of like a Well-Laid Plans, kind of. Goodbye Frozen Egg, but how many powers are we realistically adding to this deck for the rest of the run? You know, maybe we add in, we could buy that and then Well-Laid Plans, and Well-Laid Plans says plus, that's nice. Maybe footwork. That would be pretty good. Tools of the trade saying plus makes it playable in my opinion. Or takeable. Okay. Did you miss a run between Ironclad number 2? No. So I ran it back on the silent because that run was not satisfying for me. Try the frozen egg. I personally think it's too much of an investment. But, you know, hopefully I'm wrong. Yeah, we'll do Ironclad again after this. I think I was supposed to doppelganger there. Very good. There is the copy of footwork that I was just talking about. Yeah, I think we take that with our blur. Now the downside is that it is, you know, woefully slow. So again, like Gremlin Knob is not looking amazing for us right now. Somewhere in here, like it makes Doppelganger at least playable if we upgrade it, but at what cost? All right, let's upgrade Doppelganger. I'll do something I wouldn't normally do. Oh god. Boat thing completely saving the day here. I do think we're taking on this Empowered Elite, though. We've got 2 potions in the belt. I'm not expecting to take any more damage in this combat. Cunning Potion. Organic copy of Adrenaline. Yes. ELOSF, thank you very much for the tier 1 subby. Happy first birthday, my friend. Thank you, thank you. Take on the Empowered Elite. It is a metallicized gremlin. No, my god. Good draw. Now, not get this in play. We have a lot of damage. I'm wondering if I need to Liquid Memories back the Deadly Poison or if it's better to Cunning Potion. Might need both. Let's do this. We'll get that stored. How, oh how, do we not take lethal damage next turn? So we're doing roughly 30 damage. We're missing 32. We can hang on to 18. 18 plus 18 in the belt is lethal. But we have Metallicize here to go through. So we have to get something like this. Let me see how it works out, because it doesn't matter if it's this turn or next. Okay. So we do 18 there. We do minus 12. So we do have to... Hunting potion. Go away. Whew. All right. Yeah, double potions was necessary for the kill there. We get an ancient tea set, an emerald key piece, and a chance at Caltrops plus. You shouldn't have. And actually, we're almost at the perfect HP for Hexaghost turn 2. So, all in all, not too bad. Make our Fumes plus for Hexaghosts, and in theory with the Well-Laid Plans and Noxious Fumes plus, assuming we can get something on turn 1 to do. With our Ancient Tea set. Should be fine. The game has other ideas. Okay. Poison stacking really quickly. Not as worried anymore. Do we want to... Okay, so do we want to shuffle here with all these burns coming up? I think so, because we can hang on to 2 of these. Oh, that's not a good draw. Okay. Kind of put me in my place a little bit. So we shuffled on purpose with most of our defense in our hand, not thinking I would immediately draw the cloak. And we get there? We get there with Poisson. Yeah. Okay, we got there. Very nice. All right. A little sketchy, but that's okay. Adrenaline number 2 next to Burst. Wow. Let's go Adrenaline number 2. Well, we have Burst Blur and we have Burst Well-Laid Plans. I really want Adrenaline number 2. I think it's Burst. It's Burst. Okay. So we have 3 base energy, no matter what we do. Again, do we take a Snecko Eye? We have nothing that costs 2 here. Feels like kind of a recipe for disaster. I don't think we're particularly good at Act 2 elites quite yet. And I think Calling Bell... rough. What does the bell do? Ding dong, crack the dawn. Upon pickup, obtain a unique curse and 3 relics. So it's the Curse of the Bell. It's a permanent curse in your deck. You cannot remove it. So that's -1 card draw every cycle through your deck. You don't get that 4th energy, but you do get a common, uncommon, and rare relic. So the 3 relics are always common, uncommon, and rare. So although it says just 3 relics, you can keep in mind you're getting 1 of each. Wow, I don't know. Maybe we try Snecko with Doppelganger in here? Doppelganger plus? Oof. That's, a little bit rough. We do have an Ancient Tea set, too, so, like, we can try to target elites after Campfire. So we can Ring of the Snake, Ancient Tea set, try to do something really interesting on turn 1. We do draw 9 cards on turn 1 with Snecko, so, like, the probability of us just bricking on turn 1, pretty low. And we have Anchor, so... I think Snecko has the biggest upside, so I'm going to take it for that reason, though... I mean, we'll see. We'll get Snecko quite a few times, because, again, the whole deck is 1 or 0 cost things. Yeah. Invest in the future with stars. So the issue with Black Star... That's pretty nice. The issue with Black Star, so we maybe could have gotten away with it here, is that I don't think we're particularly good at Act 2 elites quite yet. So we might not even end up going this way. We might end up going like this way. So we'd be taking nothing into these first few combats. Holy boosh. But at least Snecko gives us that extra card draw. And we, like I said, we have the Doppelganger in here. So every once in a while, we're able to play Doppelganger and have at least a decent turn. Die. Let's burst Doppelganger. It's a thing. Ouch. Oh my god. Okay. This is fine. Okay, we do have Noxious in play, so this bird is almost down. It's going to 2 strength. Spooky bird. Yes. All right, a little rough. Give me something amazing. That is not amazing. Sneaky Strike does say 2 on it, but it doesn't work like that. 3 apparitions. I mean, okay. So we do have burst apparitions here. I think that most often they get yeeted into the oblivion. However, it doesn't cost us anything right now. All right, we're gonna take apparitions because we really need something here. First. Maybe I was supposed to play Adrenaline first there. In this combat, I believe that they probably just steal all of our money. Jerk. Ever kill this guy? We could throw 18 damage into him. Gains so much block. I really doubt it. We'd have to get exactly like burst deadly. Like it'd have to be just the perfect draw. I'm gonna guarantee the kill on this guy. Jerk. Alright. Gets 40 of our Spire backs, but we get bucks back, but we get... wait, what? He gets 40 of our Spire bucks, but we get 60 back. This is almost the exact same card reward screen we just saw. Skip. All right, Doppelganger. Please show me why I picked you up as a card. Wait, I didn't pick him up. I mean, you know what I mean. Nice full block there. Now, the real difficult question that I have to start thinking about is... God. What do we upgrade for our elite combat? Do we upgrade an apparition? Do we try to go for something more offense-based, like we upgrade burst? That could be a huge upgrade for us. Can we upgrade a card at all? These are all really important questions. Ouch. Cool. Deadly Poison wasn't just lethal that last turn, right? Jeez, the Blade Dance. Whew. I mean, this one says plus, but not what I was looking for. Let's take Acrobatics and look to upgrade our Burst. Hey. Is the Tri-Slavers. Wow. The Apparition's obviously a full block, but we don't get Noxious Fumes in play. We also drew essentially all of our block cards here on turn 1. We do this. Mainly because we don't... Like, yes, we could take 0 damage there, but we lose the combat if we don't get more things in play. We have an awesome, awesome play this turn. So let's Adrenaline. Okay, we can burst Apparition. Apparition. Draw 0 cost defend. Oh. But we take 3, but we don't take much more than 3 for the remainder of the combat. Downside, not getting well-laid plans in place, so mitigating this chip damage is gonna be rough. We really want to see something like an Eternal Feather from this combat. That might be our best possible relic we could get. All right, one more turn. This is our last turn, I should say, of intangibility. Good turn. Good turn. Okay, well, we survive the Tri-Slavers not using our fire potion. And we get a kunai for some deck scaling. After image here says plus on it. Another block card. I suppose we'll take it. It doesn't mean we'll always get to play it, but it's nice. Goes really well with our apparitions. For better or worse, need to say plus. Give me Eternal Feather. Take Sapphire Key over Omamori. Okay. Some really good stuff there. We get to get a kunai proc. We're at 4 dexterity. And we killed a gremlin, so we're not guaranteed to be attacked this turn. But we are anyway. Got a good spot. We got our Apparition Plus here. Unfortunately, it says 3 on it, but Burst says 0, so we might hang on to it. Good. Copy of Adrenaline is not really playing ball either. It's very kind of you, Gremlin Leader. Thank you. I'm still hanging on to Burst Apparition. I don't think there's anything that can happen for me to not do that. Oh, nice. You know what, this... No, this isn't the situation. I was going to say I could do Burst Deadly Poison here, but I cannot. Wow, that is really nice. Crazy. Just not being attacked. Now, that's a 15 strength Gremlin Leader, so if and when we would be attacked, it's going to say 78 on it. We'll just win instead. Cool. We actually didn't need to rest before this, but apparently the upgrade wouldn't have made a difference anyway. Get Shuriken right next to Kunai. Okay. Okay, now we got a little path in front of us. Maybe one of those Blade Dances would have been good to take then. Bane is like a card we could click there, but I don't want to. Tactician is also pretty interesting. So if we had... Well, we have Acrobatics and we have Survivor. So it would allow us to, if we could upgrade Tactician, play Acro and Survivor for like 0, 1, and 2. It's only when they say 3 that it would be a true brick. Yeah, we skipped on... I think we skipped on Blade Dance Plus earlier. It is looking pretty good now. We'll pick one up, for sure. I mean, with our after image, too. Really, really good. It's like the last 2 runs desperately wanted to be Shiv runs. Yeah, I mean, dodge and rolls... I think dodge and roll's maybe okay. The thing is with dodge and roll is I didn't want to continue down the block path because we're just gonna end up with like we have 3 apparitions, we have after image, we have acro, footwork, blur, well-laid plans, cloak and dagger. Like we have too many cards in here that don't actually do anything. We're sitting around waiting for poison to kill stuff, and as we saw in the last fight, we have like we don't have anything to do. Like we're just waiting constantly for damage to go in. So like Bane is okay. With Noxious Fumes, it's okay. Okay with Shuriken. I think we just need an attack card at this point. The Abacus is here, as well as a Happy Flower. I believe we have to take Happy Flower here. The occasional 4th energy. Every 3 turns, we gain an additional energy. Really good. Predator is also really good with Snecko Eye, allowing us to draw 9 cards the next turn after we play Predator. Let's take a happy little flower. Thinking about our potions. Blessing the Forge is tempting, but I'm going to hang on to my money. Wow. We got a Juzu bracelet. I wish we had taken that Omamori. I guess. We cannot get the procs. This is the problem. So maybe we need to upgrade Cloak and Dagger. Or Collector. Like, maybe that helps. Pretty big maybe, though. I'll do it again. Just burst apparition several times in this combat. All right. Alright. Clean Snecko fight. Didn't take any damage or anything. Only gained 1 strength, though. That's kind of the big downside. Eviscerate says 3 on it, and it's a damage card. Now, we're not doing a lot of discarding, but I think we take it. I'm really tempted to upgrade it. It scales really well with Shuriken. It's just that we're not really getting the Shuriken stacking without something like Cloak and Dagger. And again, like the apparition pluses might be super important. Yeah, we should do this. Eventually, when the intangibility wears off, we are kind of just dead. We'll do what we can do to avoid, you know, the just dead situation. Okay. Now we can actually get another Shuriken Kunai proc there. Really nice. Maybe should have rerolled that footwork. All right. Still have our potions intact. We're at 6 dexterity. Do crazy things like this to make Eviscerate cost 0 still. Nice. Getting hit for 46, but we're already full blocking, so we're going to hang on to Burst Apparition for the next couple turns. Making this turn kind of stinky. Me proc? Hey, we got a proc. Nice. Okay, how much do we block for here? So we can also choose to burst this stuff, and then we have acrobatics here too. The issue is like most of our block is already done. Actually start here. Okay, well that stuff sucks. So if we burst Survivor, that's 24 plus 18, 34, that's enough. We'll try to conserve this apparition until we see burst again. Burst. Not burst. Okay, well this is definitely the apparition turn. Oh. Never mind. We win! Well, we took like 4 damage on turn 2 or whatever that was, but otherwise, smooth sailing. Nightmare is a little bit silly, but we'll go ahead and take it anyway. We might need Fire Potion for like an Exploder. Maybe. We have Nightmare, Apparitions, etc. Just don't take damage. Forehead. Alright. We unfortunately whiff here on the relics once again. Dang. So we can do this 2 ways. We can take a Slaver's Collar, which is probably what we'll do. We could also take a Ring of the Serpent, which gives us 8 cards per turn with Snecko Eye with a Happy Flower. Now that extra card cycles the deck faster, great. Lines things up a little bit better, great. But I think we're gonna need 4 energy, or occasionally 5, to beat elite combats. You saw how slow this deck is. We don't really kill anything right now. My guess is we die to, say, Giant Head or Reptomancer at this point. Nemesis maybe we could handle. Let's take a Slaver's Collar. The Bird with Arms is our first boss of Act 3. Now we do not have to take, or we do not have to find our Sapphire Key, so we can go whichever we want. We got 156 Spire bucks. I kind of like a late shop here. Do a bit of Mind Bloom farm. Maybe we go here, maybe we go here. Go here? Something like this. I mean, it could also be that elites are our best options now with Slaver's Collar, Shuriken, Kunai. The floor fights, this is exactly why I say Fire Potion. The floor fights are highly questionable. What a turn. Emotes so good. Yeah, there's more coming. We've got the sad emotes there too. It was initially supposed to be just one, but the emotes were so good I had to request that another sad emote be made out of the ones that I was given as like options. So yeah, the Hey emote, absolutely adorable. So yeah, now I'm working to... Sorry, one second. Working with the artist to try to come up with which emotes I'm going to do next. I think I'm going to do a bunch of them. So I'm glad that you guys have enjoyed them and are using them, because there's going to be a whole lot more coming in the very near future. Please die. Nice. Dexterity potion is here. There's Whale, there's Bane Plus. I don't know if we can Bane things to death. It seems like a bad idea. It's definitely an idea. It's an attack. It does scale with Shuriken. It brings us at 31 cards. Man. What's our removal's 100. I wonder if we would ever try to go to 2 shops to remove 2 cards here. Get rid of some strikes. Okay. Oh my god. Wow. Okay. All in. Extremely famous last words on this combat. All in. Okay, anything to Nightmare here. We could Nightmare Survivor. Nightmare Eviscerate. Nightmare Eviscerate at 1 isn't the worst idea. It's not a good idea. Or do we get it at 0? So what happens if we Survivor, Eviscerate 0, and then we Nightmare it? Does it come into our hand at 0? Or 1? Nightmare's a little bit weird with stuff like that. I bet it's gonna be 1. Yeah, it is 1. Jerk! Okay. Makes me feel a lot better. The burns are really starting to add up, though. I was trying to find my way back around to Well-laid plans. Didn't quite get there. So 3 more turns to kill this guy. Nice. Super clean. We get tough bandages as a rare relic. Now that is a good relic. We are admittedly not doing a lot of discarding, but if and when we do, it's gonna be nice. God, all this stuff is garbage. Let's just... I don't know. Sure. I mean, I'm pretty sure we're not holding on to this stuff and letting it reroll next time we shuffle, but we're not quite there yet. Or we can just play footwork there. Nice. So we did not get Noxious Fumes in early on. It's really how we win this combat. A little bit of that. Okay. So we're hanging on to these apparitions. We're going to try to burst them. Okay, 3 more turns of intangibility. Noxious Fumes plus, doing what it does. I think we get there. We get there. Nice. Not the perfect Happy Flower. We could have gone 1 more turn. Power Potion is here. Copy of Catalyst plus. Oh my god. Please. Okay, so it's going to be 100 and then 125 for card removes. So we can definitely do 2 strike removes here. I believe that's better than this. We'll make sure we take a look at what else we have here. Like, there's another copy of Nightmare. That's kind of disgusting. Let's refine what we have. I'm going to remove a strike here. Not going to be too tempted by anything else. Let's go. So now, with Burst Catalyst and all of that good stuff, we're suddenly looking a lot better. Until next turn. Arg. Okay, good. Not the big attack. That's really what I was worried about. I mean, we can. We kind of enter stupid territory, but all right, it's fun, right? Actually, we don't have After Image in play. Egads. Now, we don't actually want to acro here because we want to reroll the cost of Catalyst. But again, we're probably not playing Catalyst the next time we see it. So we might just... Yeah, let's just speed that process up. Oh, shoot, that was 20. No, I should have done that defend. Alright, minor misplay there. Taking 5. You get an apparition, and you get an apparition. Dude. People on Oprah. So fortunate. Is that kind of like modern day Twitch drops where companies are like, you get a loot box, and you get a loot box, you get a loot box? They're kind of the same thing. They just want you to buy more loot boxes. So that makes Twitch modern day Oprah, which makes me your host. After Image Plus? Probably excessive with our apparitions. Alright, so outside of some needless chip damage there, do we take the Elite Combat, or do we take like a recall / upgrade? You might take Elite. What am I giving you? Countless hours of entertainment. A new car. No new cars. My car is a rental. Yay. No, people do that, though. People do that with, like, Steam keys and stuff on Twitch, don't they? Okay. Are we dead because we didn't draw Apparition? A classic question. Well, that doesn't help. No, I think we might be dead here. Okay, do we have any outs? This blocks for 6, great. This blocks for 25. We're still taking like 50 or so, so we're not technically dead. Only figuratively. So that's got to go there, because we can't do that much damage otherwise. And then Cloak and Dagger's our best block card outside of that. And we can Doppelganger. Okay, so we weren't as close to dead as I thought, but it didn't look good. The number above my head was quite large. Enterprise. We'll pick you up. No, I went to Hertz. The my admin did the car rental for me, and she didn't like me, but not for any good reason. She's just overworked. It's fine. It's not personal. Anyway, so it took me like 3 emails, and then I had to get my manager involved to like get her to like respond to an email, and because I cannot go. To be clear, I cannot go book my own car rental. I can't do it. I'm not allowed. Okay, so I'm not allowed. I was like, hey, can you please help me out with this person? Finally got her to do the car rental. And I was trying to be like, I was trying to be funny. I was trying to be like, I don't know. I was trying to be a little lighthearted about it. And I was like, oh, I see that the The car rental place is right next to the Maserati dealer. I can't wait to see what I got. And it is literally next to a Maserati dealer. She didn't respond to the email. I mean, it was in character. I wasn't really expecting her to respond, I guess, but I thought at least maybe I got like an IRL chuckle, just not like an email chuckle. Who knows? Maybe she just hates me. She can hate me, but like I'm actually like a pretty nice person. Like there's no real reason to hate me. So when someone doesn't like me, it's like it's a problem because what's wrong with you? What did I do? I didn't do anything. I'd never met this person before. He's just overworked. Our poor admins. Okay, well, from 0 to hero, we had one bad turn on turn 2 against Repto, but that's like classic Repto. But not too bad. Cool. Or Calcum is here to probably never do anything. Ah, God. Okay, honest question. Honest answer time. Do y'all fight Writhing Mass this much? Because I swear I see this guy like every single run. I mean, I know I'm like, oh, I'm the guy who hates Writhing Mass, but honestly, I always fight this enemy. What is going on? We do get our burst apparition thing down. LOL, we can no longer take damage. And now we gotta wait for Noxious Fumes. Just want my procs. I just want my procs. Yes. No. That one we disagree with. You may not do that. I just forget he's not an elite. Yeah, he's pretty mean. When I played with the dev the other week, I made sure to make a comment about Writhing Mass. How maybe it should be removed from the game. Maybe. Just saying, if you're looking for any suggestions, I've got a few. Starts right here. Burst, please. Okay, well, we can draw burst for 1. Okay. Burst says 2 on it, so let's just do this. Get me the heck out of here. And the dev was like, I don't remember. I'll be honest, there wasn't much of a response. If anything, he gave me a polite chuckle, but might not have even gotten that. No shade. It's just like, it was a stupid question to begin with. I was just kidding around. Okay, do we upgrade? No. Did we take a nap? Did we take a nap? Take a nap? Just in case. I think there's like turn 2 problems against Nemesis sometimes. Yo, full ninja build. We've got Ornamental Fan, we've got Shuriken, we've got Kunai. Extremely rare. Order. Okay. We don't have well-laid plans in play, and here's our burst and apparition. Yeah, thank you, the Aviator. Twitch does not like that word. I know what you meant, but Twitch does not know what you meant. Let's see. All right, well, at least we got, I don't know. At least we got our apps down. Because this fight's going to go for a minute. So, you know, y'all buckle up. We're going to be here. Very nice. Yeah, apparently not playing Pandora's box runs is just straight suffering. Yes. Hey, it's good enough. Pretty sure that's good enough. Yeah, we've been actually, you know, sans like the last 2 runs, we've been doing really well. So the non-P-box runs, although a little bit sketchy sometimes, I think they've been going well, really. None too bad. Do we bother bottling adrenaline? Sometimes good. We could also bottle Acrobatics Plus if we get a really good draw that keeps the fun going. Yeah, let's do that. All right. We'll definitely go back to the Pandora's box stuff, though, just because I honestly had so much fun with it that cannot stay away. It was a blast. It was some of the most fun I've had in Spire in a very long time. I just wanted to make sure that, like, as many people who like follow the stream or come back, you know, I didn't want to like just do Pandora's box runs if everyone wasn't enjoying it, so decided to mix it up a little bit. Keep it fresh for some, stale for others. Do what I can. Oh, I should have just done like Nightmare on Strike for 0 cost there. Power potion in Venom says plus on it, though that's not a reason to take it, as we know, because we have Snecko Eye. So do we really want an Envenom in this deck? It feels unnecessary with Burst Catalyst, to be quite honest. Eventually, with Noxious Fumes and a little bit of poison, Burst Catalyst just damage caps the heart and does everything we need it to. We don't need a lot of poison to actually get there. So, Envenom, cute, but a bit unnecessary. Glowing Tesseract looks awfully expensive with this much HP. Skip. Bandage Up is fun. We have Burst for it, Nightmare for it. I think in another world, we might try to do that. Maybe in like a non-Snecko deck. It could be a fun way to heal up our HP, because we never found the passive healing in Eternal Feather or whatever. Okay, we got some crazy good options here. We have Twisted Funnel, we have Snecko Skull, we have Card Remove. So Twisted Funnel's nice, however it gets thrown into Artifact quite a lot. Snecko Skull might just allow us to win with Noxious Fumes. Also, of course, just Strike Remove. We can afford both Snecko Skull and a Bouncing Flask here. I mean, yes. Sounds pretty good. I mean, that takes care of the artifact that we would have gotten from Twisted Funnel. I like it. Oh my god. And so it begins, saving us from exactly this is exactly what I was going to say. Sometimes on turn 2, Nemesis decides to hit you for 45, but not today. Today we are saved. That's my other suggestion for Spire. I've always wished that they'd throw in a little bit of what Gungeon did, to where if you get different relics, they kind of combine into a more powerful relic. Whatever that means, I don't know. But it would be such a fun way to get like Snecko Eye with Snecko Skull. Maybe you like put the eye in the skull and then I don't know what it does. It does something. It'd be fun. I've always thought like Eternal Feather and Regal Pillow, like it becomes a down pillow. Like that kind of stuff, you know? I just think it adds so much to a game like this. So we want to do... I'm gonna go for a Burst Catalyst and just win this turn. Oh, never mind. We just win anyway. Cool. Good fight. Yeah, it'd be fun. It might be a little too game-breaking. Bottled Flame, yuck. Those were some disappointing elites. We got Bottled Lightning and Bottled Flame from our elites in Act 3. None too impressive. The recall here. We didn't take any damage, I think. Maybe we took a little bit. Alright, so what powers are we playing? Important to know. We could do Footwork, we almost certainly need our Noxious Fumes, since that's how we're actually doing damage. 4 poison per turn is quite a lot. After Image is usually worth it. But the issue with this fight is we're not really applying weak. We're blocking through intangibility. We have Apparition here on turn 1, so we're almost certainly taking some damage if we do that. Awkward. Might get to play it next time around. And these both rolled 3 too. Yeah, the satisfying omelet. That's what I'm talking about, exactly. I just think that stuff adds to a game like this. I don't think it ever subtracts. Replaying Footwork. Okay, so I think I'm gonna try to not play Footwork here. Thank you, Orichalcum. I said Orichalcum wasn't ever gonna do anything, but saves us 6 HP. Real good. Now, with these last 2 apparitions, I think a huge downside is we haven't been able to burst them, so we're just kind of going through them really quickly. We desperately need to get back around to bursting them. Alright, let's get our little proc in here. Finally. Okay. We got 2 dexterity from the potion, 2 from kunai, and now we'll have 3 from footwork. And this is our last apparition, so I want to be careful at least. Making sure that we actually need it here. We have 3 energy, so we can block for 27, 40. So we would take 6. Don't think we take 6. So let's draw. Alright, that's our last one. It definitely says 48 on it. My goodness. Eat.
There's a nice cheap after image. Yeah. Alright, 3 energy. What are you doing to me, dude? Oh god. Guess we're suddenly taking 8 damage when I tried to avoid the 6 previously. Ouch. Alright, that is the bird with arms. Nice try, my guy. Definitely one of the longer combats that we could have seen. Burning through all of our apparitions real quick. Alright, let's see if we can get an apparition to burst here. Damn. Well, we cannot nightmare that apparition. That's not a good one. We'll try again. We must go deeper. Oof, accepting the whiff on the nightmare here kind of stings. Let's doppelganger at least. We get 9 cards for next turn. Apparition is here. It's our little comfort blanket. Thank you for being here, Apparition. All right, these are our precious last 2 apps. He's done it. Nightmare, apparition. Now, looking for our copy of Burst so we can burst these guys. That ain't it. We're 1 off. Come on. Come on. No, don't buff Deca.
jerk. All right. The burst apparition is no different here. So we're going to instead choose to burst this bouncing flask, I guess. And then we're going to hang on to Deadly Poison. And Apparition. I don't think we get back around to burst. I mean, hopefully we don't. What? Maybe with this aggro we do. Nice amount of block stored up with Blur there. 42. Yeah. Nice. Actually, I was supposed to hang on to burst there, not strike. Cool, and that's our second boss. Very nice. Happy Flowers on 2. That's about as perfect as we could get it. Got only 37 Spire bucks going into our shop here. Not much to do about that. Now, the real question is, do we upgrade our last apparition, or do we take 5 hit points? Pretty sure we upgrade this last apparition. There's been enough times. Actually, this is a really good upgrade too. There's been enough times where we've been wanting to Nightmare Apparition, but if it's this one, it doesn't work. So I believe this is correct. Now, importantly, we didn't find any kind of like tungsten rod or whatever, so we do have to somehow defend through Beat of Death, even after we apparition. We'll try this out. Look at all the stuff that we can't buy. There's a medical kit here. There's a mummified hand here. That would have been awesome. Mango for 340 gold. I don't know a situation where you buy mango for 340 gold, but it's, you know, maybe after you're able to take 999 gold or whatever. All right, let's see what we got here. Got a really nice acrobatics for 1 energy. And there's our friend Nightmare Apparition Plus. It's a beautiful thing. Yeah, we're not hanging on to these. Let's play at least 2 of them. I'll do all 3. So we have Well-Laid Plans, Apparition, and Burst coming around. Hopefully some combination of that, considering we're drawing 7 cards here, we'll be able to actually line that up. We have Well-Laid Plans and Apparition for next turn. Burst is hanging out here, where it's not supposed to be. It's alright. A little Happy Flower action for next turn, too. Might cycle that. Okay, I'm going to hang on to Quick Slash, even though it says 3, because I don't really want to draw the Quick Slash again. It's a pretty bad card for us to get. Great. All right. Please don't brick. We didn't brick. We can just play Apparition, I guess. One, two, three. But this turn, we pretty much have to play Catalyst or kill the Spear. Well, no, we don't actually. Look at that. It's only 20. Nice. Because Catalyst really wants to go over here. So if we block for a small amount here, this goes to 16 with After Image. You are essentially dead with this strike. Just like extra dead if we do that. Cool. All right, that is the Act 4 Elites. Pretty clean. We get a Sundial and Cunning Potion. There's the copy of Blade Dance Plus. Do we want it? Like, are we just winning through Poison and Apparitions here? Like, most likely it's just Poison Apparitions. It's Blade Dance Plus with 3 Ninja Relics. It feels wrong not to take it, but it's not good. Alright, skip it. The Cunning Potion is always Strength, Dex, and Block. Things you love to see. Now, for this combat, we have a lot to do. Might want to look in our Power Potion right away, just in case it's another copy of After Image. Copy of Fumes and Footwork. Get down this Fumes. Let me see if we can actually afford to play After Image. So if we do After Image, we can do Footwork and Bouncing Flask. And then that's the turn. Draw first, then. It's kind of just, like, for better or worse, it's up to the gods, then, to give us our apparitions for the next 2 turns. The alternative to that is to not play After Image, which seems really wrong with these apparitions. But we could play Acro Plus to try to get around to Well-Laid Plans and Apparitions. Since that's our not lose condition, I feel like that should be the main goal. Meaning maybe Adrenaline straight out of the gate there to fill up our hand was incorrect. If we brick next turn, we're probably just dead. We don't really have any weak. We don't have any Piercing Wails, Malaise. So with that said, like, the footwork doesn't actually help us in this combat, outside of helping with some Beat of Death. The Bouncing Flask is obviously good. And After Image helps with Beat of Death too. So we could do After Image. That doesn't make sense. It'd have to be like Bouncing Flask and then Acrobatics. It's only a 2-card draw. But that leaves us with 2 energy. So odds are, if we draw Well-Laid Plans, we'll be able to play it. If we draw an Apparition, that's kind of a big fail. Okay, that's actually really good for us. So we drew through Defend and Acrobatics, which we didn't want next turn anyway. Increased our odds of getting what we actually want. Now the question is, do we play After Image or do we play Footwork? I believe it's always After Image, so we can deal with Beat of Death after Apparition. See, we play that. It goes to 1. I believe we also Cunning Potion before the week and whatnot. Gives us 1 strength, 1 dexterity. Okay. All right. It is up to the gods. We get Happy Flower for next turn. Did almost all that we could. Top deck the Apparition. Just start here. Actually got the second Apparition. Wow, that was the last card. So our best block is to not play Blur here. All right, so now we need Nightmare to line up with this Apparition, and, you know, then we win the game. Well, okay, so it did line up. It's not the best, but it will work. Burst for 0? Burst for 1. That might mean that we cycle the burst. Drawing 3 is probably the game. Yeah, it turns out, like, if we drew 3 with Acrobatics, that was dead on turn 2. That's just dumb luck. I mean, there's nothing you can do about that. You got Fleur? We did have Flower for next turn, you're right. All right, so the artifact charges are gone. We definitely have enough poison. It is just a fair amount of block. It's a burst catalyst waiting room. Look at that. We didn't even need an apparition that turn. Nice. All right, there's our friend Burst. We have Acro for 0. We always line it up next turn. No. It's the bad number. No. All right. Well, we did not cycle the deck, so it's fine. So I mean, we have 6 poison per turn. I think we just hang on to Burst Apparition and then cycle back around to this other stuff because we don't ever lose if we just hang on to Burst Apparition. I believe we're entering wound territory, though. Freaking Catalyst. Jeez. Ah, we are not in wound territory. Okay. How good is Fumes, really? Fumes is a fantastic card. The trick with Fumes is to try not to think about it strictly in terms of poison application, but to also think about it in terms of artifact strip, and as an AoE card, and as a card that costs 1 energy and you don't have to play it again. So you might be stuck on the idea that it's not particularly good. Jeez, this is close. Whew. All right. You might be stuck on the idea that Fumes is just like 2 poison per turn to a single enemy, but it's also like, how much poison are you applying to that one single enemy for 1 single energy? And that's probably pretty good. And you can't really think about the fights where you just blow stuff up in 3 turns. You also have to think about fights like this. Like, how much poison was Noxious Fumes in this combat, even if we didn't have 2 copies of it? I mean, it essentially solo carried the run here, right? Well, disregarding apparitions, but in terms of damage, like, Noxious Fumes essentially won us the entire run. That was the bulk of our poison application for the entire run. We happened to be able to allow ourselves to do that because of apparitions and Nightmare and Burst and all that nonsense, but yeah, I think Noxious Fumes is probably a bit underrated. It's also a block card if you think about it in terms of artifact strips, so going against like the baseball fight in Act 2, think about it against the Bronze Automaton, your ability to strip away all that artifact against Bronze Automaton, against the Heart fight, against the Act 4 elites. And it's also just like a nice way to recover poison against like Time Eater, against Donu Deka. Again, huge artifact strip. Like artifact is a really impactful enemy buff that you need to consider if you're going to be playing like on the higher ascensions. You got to get through it, because unfortunately or fortunately on the Silent, a lot of her block cards say like 4, 5, like in that kind of realm. So backflip is 5, dodge and roll is 2. Again, talking about them in terms of like not upgraded. Leg sweep is 11 block for 2 energy, or like 5.5 per energy. So it's all about the same. But what makes the Silence block cards balance out compared to, say, Shrug It Off or whatever else on the Ironclad or on the Defact is her ability to apply Weak. Weak is a really important part of the Silence kit, so much so that it comes in organically on Neutralize. So yeah, I mean, this is a block card, but you have to be able to apply the Weak, and Artifact gets in the way. But yeah, just in terms of poison application, it's also like a pretty fantastic card. Triple Jawworms, that's 9 poison per turn to 3 enemies. Against the Gang of Gremlins, that's 12 poison per turn against the Gang of Gremlins. All those combats. Against Slime Boss, this is my favorite Slime Boss solution, because the poison keeps applying. And yeah, it becomes like 3 poison per turn to 6 poison per turn to whatever else amount. So it's a highly impactful card, but you're right to understand that it's a very slow card. It's not Burst Catalyst, it's not Burst Deadly Poison, it's not Burst Bouncing Flask, but it does serve a purpose in that kit. And that happens to be where, as far as I understand it, a lot of pressure points decks on the Watcher fall apart, is your inability to get through Artifact. And here we have Noxious Fumes and Bouncing Flask. Anyway, all in all, this run was fantastic. We took a speculative Snecko Eye with no 2 or 3 cost cards in the deck, just 0 and 1. Now, you can see the numbers on our Snecko Eye. It happened to be a very nice one. We got a majority 0 cost stuff and then 1 energy. So Snecko was our friend this run, even though it might not have seemed like it some turns. We got a pretty high roll Snecko here. This is about as good as it could get, other than, maybe the 2 energy and 3 energy swap spots. So the fewest number of 3 energy. Excuse me. But this is about as good as it can get. Tough Bandages was okay. Normally this is like a run winning relic, but we happen to have Snecko Eye and not a ton of discard in here. Normally I'm jazzed about this. This wins runs right here. Yeah, Juzu Bracelet sucks, but Slaver's Collar was our only source of 4 energy. Still carried it through. I think the saddest part about this run for me is that we had Kunai Shuriken and Ornamental Fan, and we weren't able to take Blade Dances. In another run, in another universe, that was enough to carry the run on its own. But all in all, it's a great run.